y'all, I'm Zoe JL.
And I'm Alexis Simone.
And this is the Soundwaves podcast,
where we dive deep into the rhythms and stories that shape our world.
Yes. So we have another mocktail today, as always.
Yes.
And what are we drinking?
Today, this brand is called Ken. It is the flavors strawberry, oak and citrus.
Mm-hmm. I smell oak for sure.
It even has that kind of
oak
flavor.
Color,
yeah. And it smells good. So it has ashwagandha in it, our favorite L-theanine, and then a new one, Damiana. Is someone saying that?
Damiana, yeah.
Damiana. And so I had to look at that word. I never heard that word before, y'all. So it's a beautiful plant, and it helps with reducing stomach ulcers, fighting depression, and it's an aphrodisiac. So
yeah. And then another one I had in there that I saw was L-tyrosine, which is like one of my favorite supplements right now. It's kind of like a natural Adderall. That's what it's known for, just to sum it up. But yeah, let's cheers.
Cheers. I need to try that one too. It's at the house. I just can't get over the smell. Like, it literally smells like wood.
It does. I wonder how they did that. I guess you could still soak stuff in oak and it not be like an alcohol.
Or taste like it either.
Wow.
It's not bad. I could drink this. This tastes like a cold tea.
Like, it tastes like something you would put bourbon in because of the oak.
Yeah, similar to like some honey jack or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so they did this. I'm feeling this brand.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So Ken, that's what it was. Even though we need some sponsorships one day, but okay, Ken.
Right.
But anyway, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Okay, today we are going to start off the episode with 2 truths and a lie.
Okay, you asked me how I'm doing.
I'm sorry. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Shit. I don't know. I don't think you care. I'm cool.
I'm glad you're here with us today, looking lovely.
Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I'm coming off being salty because I've been sat in the hair salon for 8 hours, maybe even more, and I didn't even get what I want. Like, I know my hair looks good. Yay, everybody knows boho looks good, but
it's not what she wanted.
It's not what I wanted.
And I feel bad because I recommended her to the lady.
You don't even feel bad. You didn't do my hair.
And she didn't even show up.
Yeah, the lady didn't show up. I guess we started off with a story time. So what I wanted is called Bora braids, not boho. So if you look it up, it just has like way more hair in it. So like you kind of see the hair more than you see the braids. This is obviously boho. You see the braids. They added all the hair that I bought, and I would have bought more if I needed it, but I don't think they knew how to do it because I was looking at the videos of the Bora braids, and it's just like so much hair on the braids, and that's what makes it look like you have like damn near a sewing in. Because it's like wintertime, so I was like, okay, a little mixture of boho and the sewing I think fits cold weather versus just this. I feel like this is more summertime hairstyle. But here we are. I'm in the gym, so I wanted to get a protective style, so that's what we're doing.
That's unfortunate. I think that's also like tree braids. Is that what they used to call them back in the day?
Yeah.
But with better looking hair, because that hair used to look stiff.
The tree, yeah, right. And I think they used to do straight hair, like a little more straight.
But it's like the same concept. If you you know what that is, it's kind of the same concept. Which obviously they should know what that was. But
I feel like they just see the picture and they just stick it to the one idea that they have that they do every other day. So
it was that. So how like that you gonna keep that?
So yeah, honestly, when I was getting ready for the episode, I was thinking about taking it out tomorrow, just because I was upset. And then that would just make me more upset. So I don't know.
A day later is crazy because you just have to sit there.
That's a waste of money. I feel like it's still a waste of money and my time because I'm not happy with it.
It's both.
So I don't know. I might try to just do it because it'll be helpful as far as going to the gym. But yeah.
Maybe if you think you could add it in yourself.
Maybe.
That's some work though. That's some more time and money.
But yeah, let's get into this. Let's not talk about it anymore. Today we have our notebooks. Get you one.
Period. But okay, 2 truths and a lie. Which this might be, I feel like, fairly simple because
I pulled out some bullshit so it could be hard a little bit.
Okay, so you want to go first?
No, you could go.
Okay. So my 2 truths and a lie. I have 4 siblings.
Girl.
I'm from California. And I'm almost 6 feet tall.
Wait.
Which one is the lie?
They might have not heard the second one.
Oh, the second one was I'm from California.
Okay.
And then the third one is I'm almost 6 feet tall.
She might have 4 siblings. because her daddy was outside. She's not from California.
Okay, period.
So that's a lie.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine is I love cold weather. I'm looking forward to owning a cabin in Tennessee. And my favorite color changes every 2 years.
All right, that's a fact. Because your favorite color be changing. And you've been feeling Tennessee lately. And you've been feeling the cabin. So I think the first one was a lie.
The cold weather?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
I tried to make that hard, but you did elimination.
Facts. I said it was going to be easy.
You did elimination. That was too fast, so I don't even know if y'all got to guess, but if you wanted to guess, leave that comment down below.
Right, because if you've been here with us before, y'all know I'm not from California.
Right.
Y'all should know where we from.
Yeah, so today we're going to kick off the topic of fasting. We both just came off of a fast that was initiated through the church we go to, 2819 Church. That was great. That wasn't my first fast. That was Alexis' personal first fast.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be either I forgot the words he used.
Total or partial?
Total or partial. So total was supposed to be water only for 7 days.
Ooh.
And then partial was like it's really what you wanted it to be, because he said basically like keeping away from delicacies and meat. Yeah. But that was just an example. For the partial one, I think it was like whatever you could take, basically.
Yeah. Which I did that one. Okay.
Yeah. I started off the week with the total fast. I did basically 2.5 days of the total fast. But honestly, y'all, we gonna get into the insights, but like I was feeling like depressed. Like, cause you know, like you're literally malnourished. I know I wasn't dying, like if I really had to go. But I was just like, I can't do this. Like I'm not sleeping well or nothing. And yeah.
You realize how much food is a nutrient.
Yeah, for sure.
Energizer. So, first question, what were you fasting from?
I fasted from TikTok. I removed TikTok, which is like so on brand because
it's about to be gone.
You guys are going to see this episode a little bit further out in life, but currently they're discussing removing TikTok. So it's like that was on time for me because like now I downloaded it back and I don't even be on it. That's how it be when you get off social media. You get used to not being on it until you rebuild that addiction. But so I fasted from TikTok because all the other apps I don't really be on it that much because there's not that much to look at.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then I also did, like I said, I did the total fast. So I did water only.
Ooh.
And then when I got off of the total fast, I just did the sunset fast where you wait for the sun to come down and then you eat after. For that one, I wasn't really focused on eliminating anything because I don't eat. If I'm cooking in the house, I don't eat bad at all. So I just cooked all my food, and yeah, stayed hydrated. And then also, it was more like a routine, like waking up, reading the Bible, journaling, being mindful, going to the gym, stuff like that.
Period. Amen.
So, yeah. What about you?
I did the partial fast. So I did similar to her. I did the sunset, so I ate my first meal after like 6 p.m. every day. But if I did snack, because I am a big snacker sitting at the computer all day, I would only do a fruit or a vegetable, which was also very hard because I never realized how much I craved a chip in my life until then. And I was still so hungry. I was so hungry, y'all. So that's what I fasted from. I also fasted from sex. It's not like I'm an addict or nothing like that, but you know, no sex. And I also did no scrolling on social media. So if I did get on social media like Instagram, TikTok, it was to only post our reels for the podcast. I also did no drinking, no smoking, and then I fasted from, I guess that was also the routine. I like read the Bible, and the goal was to work out 5 times a week, and I did not. So there's that. But yeah, I did the partial fast. For my first fast experience, I think I chose the right one.
Period. Yeah. Okay, cool. So to get into the nitty gritty, what brought you back to Christ?
Did
you leave?
Did I leave Christ this joke?
Like, did you leave?
Yeah. Yes. At some point I did. I feel like, I will say I did. Cause like backstory, growing up, I like went to a Baptist church with my mom, but once she stopped requiring me to go, I just stopped going.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like not into college, our roommate and friends started inviting us to her church, and I started going with her and Zoe. But then after that, I took like another, I don't know how long of a break. And so I wasn't going to church. I wasn't reading the Bible. I would pray, but it was just like praying more so of like, Lord, I'm going through some stuff, like for real, this is a lot.
Yeah.
And like, and so like, did I leave Christ? Like, kinda. I was like half foot in, half foot out kind of thing. So what brought me back was just like, I don't know, I just started like feeling comfort in following Christ. And so I think Zoe had never stopped really inviting me to go to the church that we went to in college, but then when she went to 2819, and I had already been seeing on TikTok, she invited me to go there too. And I think he also played a part in it too, because it was just like his preaching was just so moving and more of like an accountability way, where it was like, oh, okay, I might need to actually be doing this for real.
Yeah.
Like, I really might need to get my life together and like have it centered around God if I actually want to be any better within myself. So that's what brought me back. What about you?
Okay, period. So I asked myself the same question: did I leave? For sure. I was raised in a Baptist church. I used to go every Sunday with my cousins and my grandma, my dad's mom. And once she passed away, my parents didn't really reinforce it that much, to be honest. Like, I would go with like my aunt. My aunt used to go to a church, and that was cool. But it wasn't something that was like strictly a part of anybody's weekly regimen. So I always had the foundation. Like they always say, raise a child up, and then they'll follow the ways or whatever. But then I came from a family who really explored more spirituality stuff than, like, one side of my family was spiritual stuff and the other side was Christian. So I always got to see both sides. And then I think in college is when I was really diving into like reading all these different books about spirituality and your mind and your spirit and stuff like that. But what, just to speed it up, what brought me back, I would say, is a part of it was definitely the relationship I'm in, because he comes from an African Christian family. So that was something. And then, but my main reason that I realized was that I was just tired of the patterns and inconsistency in my life. Like, the highs were super high and then the lows were super low. Like, I didn't have a balance. And what I was realizing as it just naturally happens. Like, when you really reflect back to how you get to places, it just naturally be happening. Because me and my boyfriend agreed to read like a chapter a night, and we would discuss it. And this is when I was still questioning, like, what?
Mama, why you gotta be reading this?
But I don't know. Some of the insights was just really sticking to me. But also, like, I was just looking back at my camera roll, and it was just like me screenshotting Bible verses that were relevant to what I was going through. So, like, I've never fully left, but I definitely would question certain things. I feel like people make you want to leave more than actually getting to know the word for yourself. So, yeah. And then I think definitely the churches that she talked about, Pastor Philip Mitchell is a great pastor. I think overall, any of the podcasts or anything that I watch now, they always say, read it for yourself. And as I read it and learn it for myself, it's like you just want to block out everybody who's quote unquote like ambassadors for Christianity and stuff like that. Because they be putting all their own opinions on it. It's be like, bro, just be quiet. So
just read the Bible.
That's my little synopsis. We're going to move forward.
Okay, period. That was a beautiful answer. Shout out to the relationship. Shout out to the Lord.
Period.
Reading the Bible. All right, so how do you... Now we're talking, as like we mentioned, reading the Bible, and we talk about like Christian ambassadors and disciples and people who like to add their, stereotypical or just like opinions, heavy opinions on sin. How do you feel about sin weight? Like, do you feel like different sins hold different weight, or are they all like viewed the same, like weighed the same?
I believe that it says in the Bible that they're all weighed the same. But human beings make it seem like it's not. Like, I had this wild experience, this brunch, and I don't even want to talk about it all the way.
I know about it now.
But it was with two grown people, and they were basically just telling me how they feel about certain ways of life when you want to call yourself a Christian. and stuff like that. But like days after, it was basically kind of around like getting married and stuff like that. But days after, I was reading something that made me laugh in the Bible because it was just about like treating people well, having patience for people if you really want to bring them to Christ and stuff like that. But the person that was telling me about what people should do was saying how they will cut people off in a blink of an eye if they're not living right, quote unquote, you know? So I feel like a part of it, definitely share your experiences and, you know, correct people where you think you should if you love them, but always do it out of love. And I think that all sins are weighed the same, so we all is on a journey. And that doesn't mean to be like nonchalant and careless about the things that you're doing in your life, but like to a certain extent, I be feeling like we need to mind our business a little bit.
No, for real.
Like
we are not the Lord.
Literally. So I don't know. I'm in the middle right now. I don't know, like, raise your kids. Don't raise me. Like, I don't know what else to say.
No, that makes sense though, and that's a great example because I feel like that's a lot of Christians who like talk about like how good of a Christian they are, like the perfect Christian and stuff like that. But you just saw that little mistake you made, like you're gonna cut people off. That's not very Christian-like.
Right.
So, you know, there's some biases there.
And I don't want to be, you know, the person in the hallway that's giving out the tickets. That's not me. That's just not my personality. Like, it's not.
The Jesus monitor.
Yeah, like the Jesus monitors. Get them! No.
That's hilarious.
I definitely think there's laws to abide by, clearly.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know, like, us, like, doing that to one another is not helpful, I don't think.
No, that's, like, almost similar to judgment.
Right.
I also agree. Like, I think all sins are weighed the same. When I wasn't reading the Bible and was just, like, going through life, and just remembering certain things I could recall from church, I feel like my answer was different. Like, I did feel like, oh, like, if I curse, or as a kid, my kid mind, if I curse, that's not hell. But if I murder someone, like, yeah, I'm going to hell.
Yeah.
But as I was reading the Bible, even this week, I think I was reading Matthew, and the verse was about, like, yes, don't murder, but then also, like, it's okay if you murder due to a certain, like, cause or reason, like something like that. And I was like, yeah, like, see, that makes sense.
Cause they was living crazy.
Facts. Y'all gonna make me want to pull it out, cause I really was like, see, look at that.
All right, we might have to run this one back.
No, seriously.
With the proof.
But yeah, I think all sins are weighed the same, but also it's just like due to circumstances, things are different. Like, you're not gonna go to hell for cursing. I would hope not.
Yeah.
Like, but also murder and stuff like that. Like, it's still a sin. Like, all of that. Fornication, like all of that, is adultery, it's all the same. So
yeah,
they equal.
Yeah, I think the best you could do is live well. If you have good fruits coming out of your life, I feel like that inspires people to want to get to know what you're doing. Like, what are you doing to get that life, whatever that life is. So I think just being your best self and then doing it out loud so that you can influence people positively is probably the best way to go about things. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So, back on this fast talk, how was your fasting experience?
My fasting experience was good. It had its challenges.
Yeah.
In real life, because going to work and stuff like that, I just feel like all my tests were primarily through work because I have a very like communicative role. I'm like almost like an HR manager, damn near, and so like all those tests that were exemplified and that just made me realize like I would have done this if I wasn't on this fast. Like, they were stressing me out. I would have had a glass of wine if I wasn't on this fast. I would have ate some cookies if I wasn't on this fast. Like, there was just multiple things that brought me to that. But I stayed true to not doing those things. I definitely, didn't work out. That's okay.
Was the fast the same week of snow? Oh, it was.
It was.
Oh, wow.
So that, I broke it on that snow day.
Yeah.
Atlanta had a snow day, y'all. Y'all know how Atlanta gets when it snows. Everything is closed. So we was in the house, and I ate a lot.
Well, tell them, how many days did you do your partial fast?
I did the partial fast from that Monday to Thursday. So 4 days.
That's good. For it to be your first fast.
Yeah, 4 days. So 4 days, no sex, eating at like 6, or only eating vegetables and fruit during the day. If I did have a snack, no drinking, reading the Bible. I was reading the Bible at midnight because I was like, I still have to read. Like, I still have to do this. My days run so late, y'all. I'm like, oh my gosh. But I had a lot of realizations, a lot of insights, and a lot of discipline.
Yeah.
So, yeah. How was yours?
Mine was super tough. I never did a water fast before.
Strong.
Like, I've done fruits and veggies. I've done taking things out of my diet. I've been vegan before. I've done juice fasting. But water only? Woo! That was too much.
That is a lot.
And then they was talking about the word is your daily bread.
This the Bible.
Like, all right. I'm dying. Like,
but kudos to you for even trying.
Like, yeah, I did 2 full days, and then the third day I did half, and then that's when I started doing the sunset. But yeah, I never did no water fast before.
2 days is great.
I feel like I got some major insight. I was asking about the snow day because that's crazy. That weekend after the fast, I ended up doing tasks in my house that I've been needing to do for mad long, like organizing my whole crib, and I forgot that all of that was the same week. But a big insight that came out of the fast for me was basically carve your own path, because I understand the importance of community and doing things as a group, but I think for the fast, and I think it's like easy overall just to be in comparison mode when it comes to even getting in your word and building your own relationship with God, because there's so much branding around Christianity and all these things, and you should do it this way, and you should do it this way, and all of this stuff. But like specifically for the fast, I genuinely could not finish it, and I didn't feel bad about it. I was just like, I'm pushing as much as I can, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't feel bad about it. I honestly don't even feel called to do this fast. I did it because that was the discussion in church, and I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll try it out. But it's the difference between that and actually feeling called to do something.
Yeah.
And I didn't. So I didn't feel bad. So that was one of the main insights that came out of my life was out of the fast was carve your own path.
To your life.
And then another thing that I was just thinking about, this was kind of like me being a smart ass towards myself, but I was like, I need to fill my life with more fulfillment. Because like I work from home. What can I do? I have to keep remembering, like, just because I work from home doesn't mean that I can do more than other people. I'm literally on the clock. But, like, a snack cannot be the only fulfillment. Like, get the hell up. Like, go do something. So, something that I did start doing, though, like, the days that I'm having a really hard day, I just book a yoga class for the latest, like, 7:45 p.m. If they have an 8 p.m., I will do that. Just little things like that to help me get out of a rut versus like seeking to scroll on my phone or seeking to have a good snack or something like that. So that's something else that I took with me, because it's been 2 weeks after that, or just 1 week?
I think it's just been 1.
Oh, it's feel like a long time.
Facts.
I wonder if there's anything else that I want. Yeah, because I said decipher what's true to you versus what other people are doing. You know, like, I feel like it's really important to read for yourself, is what I'll say.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I would say also, like, realization-wise, I realized that I still have a lot of triggers. So that is why I'm like having these moments where I'm like, and see, this is when I would have ate this cookie and forgot all about.
That's terrible. You sound like an auntie with cats.
I sound like a bad person.
This is when I would have ate this cookie. But that's good that you realize that.
But I have a lot of triggers though.
Jeez.
And the cookie or wine, anything that I would like do and indulge in to help relax me, I realize it's something that I'm still working on, because the biggest thing for me was like, I'm still such an emotional person versus a logical person. Like, I think my emotions are still driving me more than actually thinking. I'm just going based off how I feel and how I'm reacting to whatever somebody is saying to me, even if it's something that I feel like in a way that they're just trying to maybe hold me accountable in a way, or just voicing their opinion about me though to me. I'm instantly either thinking it might lead to confrontation, or they're like being negative towards me. When it's really like, that's just you reacting instead of just taking what they're saying and being like, it's not personal. Like, although it's about me and they're saying it to me, it's just like accountability, or it's just like an opinion, and you need to just handle it and think about it first instead of just like being emotional.
Yeah. I feel like Pastor Mitchell mentioned that like love is confrontational. Because if I don't care about you, I just see you doing shit like you out here looking a mess, not smelling good, getting too drunk, talking to people you don't have no like, and don't say nothing. That's not cool.
Yeah, and I think, and that's when I realized like I'm somebody who still would prefer to maybe avoid confrontation, but I'm not like intentionally running from it. Like if it does come to me, and it may not even be conversation, but I'm just instantly thinking, oh, this might be like it's gonna be something like whatever, and it's like, girl, relax, like relax. So that was a big one for me, y'all, and I was like, yeah, I'm fat. Like I just want to eat a cookie and forget any of this happened.
Oh my gosh. Let me see any other insights that I have. I wrote, discouragement comes from thinking about the finish line too much. Because, baby, I'm drinking this water like 7 days. 7 days?
He's strong. And you know what? When he had that call, I mean, the video, he didn't even mention, like, his experience with fasting. So I wonder how that 7 days of only water went for you, Pastor.
What else did I write? I wrote, even when the circumstances haven't changed yet, you feel better when you're actively working towards changing it. And that's a fact. Yeah. Because it's either that or you just thinking about where you at and you just being fucking depressed, I guess. Yeah. This is the last thing I said that is not that like cutesy, but I was reading the stories of Esther, Jude, I was reading Galatians, I was reading Job, is that how they say his name?
Or Job? Job or Job?
I think it's Job.
Okay.
I said reading the stories, and I put those in parentheses, is making me more of a realist, and the blissful fantasy of my mind is being removed, basically. But I was saying it's a positive thing because having more of a realistic mind helps me get in the mindset of like things actually do take faith and hard work. Like just a little kiki. Like, I feel like when you're in the spiritual thing, you're like, the manifestation thing, I'm not trying to be shady. But writing something for back to back, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages has not changed a damn thing in my life. At all. It hasn't. Maybe it has for you, boo. I don't know. Write it down, put it in the comments. But it hasn't. Burning the things have not. Putting the things in with the moonlight and the crystal? Yeah, has not. I'm just saying, actually, like, when I think back, those are the worst years of my life. Like, ooh. In 2018 was one of the worst years of my life. Dun, dun, dun. So, yeah. So, those books were really hard. Like, it was a really hard read, especially Job. So, that's what I said. I was like, these realizations prime in my mind that it takes faith and hard work, dedication, and discipline to actually change stuff, so...
Yeah, heavy on the hard work. Yeah. Because writing stuff and then just thinking the universe will grant you what you desire was really funny. Like, it's very comical at this point.
I feel like that age, it's like we went through a second teenage year.
Facts. Like, it was interesting. Like, ooh, yeah, I'm all for this, and the crystals are pretty, and, you know, we're following different things that talk about that, and it was nice. It was cool, but it was not changing anything. And I was still praying on top of it.
Right. And I think I would say with the discipline stuff, I feel like even just dedicating myself to reading daily or weekly the Bible is creating a different type of discipline in me. Because like this whole gym journey is not even I don't know if this is a journey, it's a lifestyle. That is a everyday, every week decision.
Commitment.
But just constantly reading something that's checking you, it just all works together, and it's creating a great little soup. That's all I'll say.
A great little soup, period. No more stirring the We're enjoying it.
So now, we're going to have a moment. We need a little moment song.
Yeah. Come up with
time for a moment. I don't know yet, but we're going to have one. But okay, so if you haven't watched before, a moment is either, it can be unhinged question, story time. It doesn't have to be unhinged. It could be something on brand of what we just discussed, but it just goes a little bit deeper. So, like I said, you all will see this episode a little bit further down the line, but it is the new year.
It is.
So
2025.
I want to know, do you have a theme for the new year? Also, do you feel like you have, can you name like a pivotal moment for the past 3 months already?
A pivotal moment that I'm working towards?
Yeah, sure. A pivotal moment that you're working towards in the first quarter.
Okay.
In the theme of the year.
I think my theme of the year is very simple. I think it's just God.
Okay.
Focus on the Lord and becoming disciplined with centering God in my life. Because, like she said, like, I don't even remember how my 28th year was, but just like not having God in my life, it was a very trying trial and error moment. So we're just trying God. I'm just trying to try God and live by God and let that be my discipline for everything else in my life. Every goal, every initiative I want to take, every decision I need to make, all that. A pivotal moment I may be working towards for the first quarter, I would say, I ain't even thought that far. This is so different because I'm used to like writing my goals before the new year and making a vision board, even if it was on my phone. I have not done none of that. And so I feel like I probably haven't even thought past the first few weeks.
That's real. That's real.
What about you?
The theme of the year, I gave my attitude, like the one that be complaining about stuff, I gave it a name. It's an ugly name because it's an ugly attitude. I named it Bert.
Oh, Bert.
What you said?
Bertha.
Bertha. It's Bert. B-U-R-T. So I was like, kill the bird. So like anytime I'm in that type of mood, I have to say like kill the bird in my head or whatever. Okay. That's not a theme. That's just something that I came up with. I think the theme of the year is challenges for me. And not in a negative way, but like really pushing myself to the next level. Like with the gym, with the commitments that I make with reading the Bible, with I hope elevating my relationship in different ways just by like